Hello everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I am so excited to be doing this updates video. This is specifically talking about what's going on with the channel, with the website, with all that good stuff. The Etsy shop, all of it. Let's just hash it all out here, okay? Let's go. All right, first and foremost, I have to do a huge thank you to all of you in the community, the YouTube community, leaving all your amazing comments. You know, I didn't even think, let me just say this. Sometimes my videos get, I don't know, maybe 100 views. Like some of my more popular ones are because it's like, oh, I did a top 10 tarot. Word to the wise for those who are starting out with YouTube channels. Those are, like you do a top whatever of whatever your subject matter is, and you tag it just right, you'll start to get hits. So I wasn't even expecting anybody to even pay attention, honestly. And for folks to not only pay attention, but to be like, I gotta say something and say something to me, and then you take off and you do even bigger and better things. I'm just in deep gratitude for each and every one of you. And I love y'all. Oh my God. I'm not gonna oh my goodness. There's a lot of tears this week. Tears of emotion, sadness, grief. Because literally, the truth be told is that in America, it's like, Blacks make up like now maybe like 14% of the population, maybe is what I hear. That's big and small. And when these things happen, we feel it and it scares us. And so, yeah. So thank you for, rallying the troops, being the strength when we can't be, because I'm going to tell you, I kind of had to retreat this week. I was still kind of present, and y'all, we'll talk about more of that in a minute, but I just want to thank you. So I had to spend a few minutes to thank you guys for all of that. So love y'all. All right. So moving on to Herbcrafters Tarot Study Group, that I think I mentioned in the last one, is the next one we're going to do the star, moon, and sun. I decided to split up the last, split up the last majors because, everybody wants to spend a little time with the star and the moon and the sun. Those are to me, the favorites in the majors. So, and really for many of us in the tarot. So I will be doing that, and I proposed in my Facebook group, Abundant Life Tarot group, because I have an Abundant Life Tarot page, which just has a link. It's like a lot of the website content that I put and the YouTube content will then go from them to that page, that Facebook page. So there's that. But then I have a group, and I'm going to create a room. I think I can create a room. I think Facebook is doing something now with rooms. I'm going to try it out. I don't know. I'm going to try it out. I put a survey out to the group asking, how should we interact with this? Because I want to talk about all the cards. I've done several videos now of the majors, and soon as I'm done with the majors, I'm going to move into the minors, and the minors I'm going to cover in we'll see how long they are. I like making super long videos. They take forever to upload. Just drives me crazy. So I'm thinking I'm like maybe Zoom, or even better, my Facebook Live situation, because you can, do a replay or upload it later. So we could do that, and we could probably do it in that room of the Facebook group. So we're not, I don't know. So I anyways, there's a poll in the Facebook group. If you'd like to join the Facebook group, you can. I just ask that you there's a prompt of like 3 or 4 questions. Very easy. I think I even make it where you can just select. And you could freeform write too. But I just really am I want to be careful about who comes into the group. Not that I'm going to be like, oh, you can't come in. No, it's just that sometimes there are like spammy kind of entities that'll try to come in. And I'm like, oh no, I like to have a filter just to make sure that the right people are coming in. It's okay that pages join, because some people are like, hey, this is my page. This is my business. I'm, unicorn astrology, So I'm like, okay, fine, unicorn astrology. That's fine. I just want you to make sure you answer some questions so I know you not a bot or some weirdness going on. So, but once you join, then I want to be able to interact with folks to really start to discuss the deck. I create these videos, and people have been commenting on the Herb Crafters, but I think it'd be even cooler if we could just actually really talk about it. And that's going to be important going forward once I'm done with all the recording of all the videos. Because I want us to have just like maybe 2 weeks following me completing all the videos of all the cards, or all the suits, I should say. Once I do that, we should discuss the cards and then work with them, and then maybe do some daily, or maybe some people are like, I don't do daily draws. Maybe I'm going to do 2 draws. It's going to be first week and second week, or maybe people do daily draws every day of the week, or maybe people continue it past 2 weeks. I don't know, however you want to do it, but I want to be able to have an interaction when we get to that phase of the study group. Right now, I'm just creating the content, putting it out there so we can get familiar, even for those who don't have the Herb Crafters Tarot yet. Maybe you're still not sure, but maybe you've seen this video and you're like, well, I've seen the cards enough where I feel like I could chime in, and maybe you see what other people. I really encourage those who have the deck to join, because I think especially if the deck is just sitting on your shelf and you haven't really been called to use it, I think that is the time when we get to that phase of the study group to really interact. So I propose Zoom, I propose Facebook Live. I'm going to tell you now, I'm probably not going to do a YouTube Live for this. This is just a preference for me. Sorry guys. But if you want to chime in on that, you can leave a comment below on the format you suggest or would like to be a part of if you're in the group, or you just want to leave a comment here. Or if you're in the Facebook group, you can just complete the poll. All right, I went on long enough about that. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. Super excited about this. So the Abundant Life Tarot Academy is finally going to launch, guys. I finally recorded all my videos for the inaugural, what do they call it? I don't know. Inaugural? Anyways, we'll just say inaugural course. It's going to be free, and it is all about the art of collecting. So it's going to be interesting. It is for beginners, folks who are so new to collecting, folks who are seasoned, folks who may be just in different stages, and more to come on that. So it started out as choosing your next deck, or choosing your deck, but in parentheses, next deck. And that's the main thing that kind of drew me into creating this course. But I realized that we all, at various times, struggle with our collection and struggle with some shadowy kind of things that we deal with collecting and consumerism, and it's all, this is not at all to shame or anything. In fact, guys, I think I talk about the depth here is further down, but we can scoot it on up here. a lot of things were born for me out of my death years so far this year. And one of them being this course. And I can't wait to talk to you more about the course in future videos. I'm not going to do it so much here, but like I said, it's going to be something that you will be able to use a lot of the resources that I've given, the spreads, for example, or the handouts that you can use in the future over and over again to kind of help you with your collection in any stage of it, whether you're in the acquisition, because many of us go through many phases where we are in the acquisition of gaining lots of decks. And that's okay. There is no judgment there. And then there's some of us who are like, I'm kind of cool on what I got, and I'm just going to chill for a minute. I'm going to enjoy what I got. And then there's some of us who kind of like, I'm going to release some of these, or maybe I'm done. For me, I'm like, I could never imagine being done. But so I'm excited to see what you guys think. So more to come on that. There will be other courses, like actually learning, tarot type of courses, how I read, my reading style, different little tips on online business management for tarot, or a spiritual business, if you will. So there will be courses along that vein as well. There's going to be different little things, and not these, super expensive courses. It'll just be bite-sizable courses that will help you on wherever you're going on your journey, wherever that may be. So, yay. Oh, I'm so excited about that. So it's called ALTA, Abundant Life Tarot Academy, but it's ALTA for short. And yay, I'm so excited about it. So definitely register for the course and check out the little resources that we have. And really, for those who watch my channels just to watch me talk about decks, I mean, you could just do that. You could just, that's fine too. Let's see. So in the Etsy store, let's see, I had a flash sale in May for Mother's Day. Flash sale, right? I think it was like 2 or 3 days. And I think that also like kicked into high gear all of the different readings that happened. I had a lot of readings. I think I talked about it in my other update video, my personal update video. I had a lot of readings. It was like in the neighborhood of like 30 some odd readings, which is a lot for me for a month. It was a lot. But guys, there's something about doing lots and lots of readings. It's well, your intuition is just like now it's just, oh, you look at the cards, you're like, okay, this is what it's saying. And it just kind of, and then that just kind of beget more people like coming in through the door, because then they would tell their friends, they're like, I just got this reading. You need to go get a reading. So then that's what was happening. So that was really cool. I was grateful for all of that. I don't know what June is going to bring, but May was super busy. I heard that other tarot readers were super busy too. And that was like, oh, that felt good, because I was like, oh, look, people are still tapping into their spirituality. And then they're realizing, hey, there's this cool thing called tarot. Like, I love when they're new, like to tarot, and they're like, mind blown, mind blown. So that's awesome. I was excited about that. So like I said, I don't know what June is going to bring, but it's okay if it's slowed down a little. I'm all about whatever the universe, however it ebbs and flows, I go with the flow, If it's going to be fast and furious, I go with that. It's going to be slow and meandering, I go with that too. All right, so in the Etsy shop, I started offering, and not just in my Etsy shop, I should not just toot that. I need to talk about my website. My website has where you can book readings with me. You can book readings there, or you could book readings at Etsy. I talk about Etsy because that's where people leave reviews. They don't really leave reviews on the website. And I guess I should push that and maybe put that like somehow, I don't know, there's a way. I know it is. It's one thing I need to work on. So people probably feel safer with booking with Etsy, which is fine. But my shop name in Etsy is Abundant Life Shop. And that's all one word. And then that's to help me differentiate when I see emails kind of pop through. That helps me differentiate between my readings that come through my website, abundantlifetarot.com. So you can find readings there. So whatever I have, there's a couple of readings that are only on my website and a couple of readings that are only on Etsy. And I kind of just keep it for flavor's sake, you know. But eventually one day I would probably venture to say that I would do away with Etsy, but we're not there yet. And that's okay. So I've been offering, or I had a spring forward reading, which will be ending soon. I'm getting ready to offer a summer abundance. I'm going to create a spread for summertime, and the theme is going to be abundance. I was like, summer abundance. Well, I guess, but when I think of summertime, which is where I'll be in, that's going to be our season that we are heading into. It's about to be hot and on fire in Sacramento. I think of abundance. And so I was like, I got all inspired. So I'll have a spread for that for those who wish. And it'll be like at a more discounted rate for those who want to just kind of jumpstart their abundance flow. So I'm excited about that. So that'll be coming. I'm probably going to have that hit on the first day of summer. And it'll probably be available through summer. And then we move into the fall time for those readings. So I'll have something in the store and Etsy for that. And I was offering virtual live readings, but these are not live readings in the sense that I'm doing them for one-on-one. For some reason, strangely enough, I was called to do readings for groups, and it just worked out because a client emailed and said, hey, or a new person, it wasn't even an existing client. They were just like, would you be interested in doing, hosting for a ladies' night? And I was like, well, normally it's kind of a hassle because, I work outside the home, etc. It's kind of, live readings are challenging for me. But somebody said, no, go do it. So I did. And next thing you know, it just took off. There's bachelorette parties and other girls' night-ins because everybody was hooking up on Zoom and still wanting to connect. And it was beautiful, you guys. It was so amazing. Some beautiful human beings booked those readings with me. So those were the live readings I was doing. That's what I'm still doing. So that's being offered in case you all have virtual events that you would like to hire a tarot reader and have, and maybe even workshops. Maybe you just need someone, hey, throw this, we got this situation, or this is what we're working on. Maybe you could throw some cards for us on it. I don't know. Let's see. So I was super excited about that. My popular readings are usually my video readings, especially my love video readings. But lately, everybody is asking about all sorts of beautiful things. About their career, about life purpose, health. There was a few readings about concerns about health matters as it relates to the global pandemic. Beautiful, beautiful questions. I think all questions are beautiful. Even the ones that are like, what we would consider in the tarot community, especially if you work hotlines, the run-of-the-mill love readings, I still found beauty in those. So it's just amazing, 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 amazing. So readings are still happening, folks. Lots of readings are happening, just so you know. So if you ever want to work with me, let me know. And yeah, very much doing readings. All right, so let's see. I think we talked about that. Like I said, more videos coming. I'm just on a roll tonight. You'll be seeing me wear the same look because I was so busy in May. I really just did not have any ounce of time to record videos for YouTube or anything. And there was just either recording videos for the course, and thankfully I did the bulk of the course content in April, I believe. So it was kind of slow in April, which was perfectly fine with me, because you know, with the whole pandemic, I was feeling kind of sluggish and moving around, kind of slow like in life. You know, just not really wearing anything but, you know, pajama pants at the bottom and a top, you know, just leisure life. But woo, May was full tilt boogie, let me tell you. And so now I'm raring to go. I'm ready to record some videos. I got some different ideas on content that I want to record. There will be unboxings that I recorded. Oh gosh, guys, forgive me. I keep saying, oh my gosh, I have this unboxing, that unboxing. I'm very picky about publishing them because I want to be able to comment, you know, in a reasonable fashion, but that's just not happening. So I'm just going to go ahead and start publishing them and just not worrying too much about it. And you're going to see some unboxings. You're going to see videos that are they're well into almost, yeah, well, they might be a year old. I don't know. They might be a year old. But that's an update for you. So you already saw 2 of the videos I recorded maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. And that was talking about mass market decks, collecting mass market decks, some little considerations. And now I have other new ideas about that. And then since the whole COVID-19 thing happened, but that's for another day. And then I did, and soon I recorded those videos right around the same time. The considerations when you are backing independent decks. And I recorded those several months ago. And, but it was cool because I was feeling like those need to go up now. Because they tie into the topics I'm going to be talking about in my course. And mindful collecting, intentional collecting. Yay. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. And I have a video that I'm super excited about. I recorded that one. That one's going to be published actually very soon. And that is the pros and cons of collecting decks. So more to come. Oh gosh, guys, this is going to be quite a long one. I'll try to keep the favorites reasonably short. That's going to be next. But I was like, let me separate these videos so people can do bite-sizables. You know me. Mine are not quite bite-sizable. They're quite like, not super sized. They're like the large. Anyways, so I have been creating what I call an ancestral healing oracle deck. Let me back up. So I put myself on a thing of a restriction on I'm not going to look up Doreen Virtue decks anymore. If like, for example, I really wanted the Past Life Oracle because I wanted some inspiration just to create my own Oracle deck. And I was like, I don't need that. Everybody has like videos on that, and I could just also go off of what my intuition is telling me to cover in this said Ancestral Healing Oracle deck. So I went and got stock images that I was resonating with, and I had the keywords that I wanted to use, and I came up with this deck in similar fashion to my Mavolo. I call it my very own love oracle. Here's the backs. Sucker for flowers on card backs. This is a love oracle. This was to not replace, yeah, I guess replace the Romance Angels Oracle for Doreen DeVirtue. Not because I don't necessarily not use it. I still kind of use it, but it's really ratty. The gilding is shot to shit. And so, I also, so this is a little Oracle deck that I just created with stock images for myself. I use more modern decks too. So the angels wasn't always, I'm very aesthetic when it comes to the images when I'm taking photos for my clients' readings. And I'm like, the Romance Angels was just not doing it for some of my more modern decks. So I did this. And I like that it's like photography, and it's like, you know, we can kind of get lost in the image and stuff. Anyways, I'm that person. I'm like, I have a need in my reading practice for my clients. I don't really, sometimes I use the Oracle for, the Love Oracle for myself, but I never really do Love Oracle readings for myself. Sometimes I'll do yearly readings that can go over love, the area of love for myself and my husband. But I don't just be like, oh, or like if we get on each other's nerves, I might do a card pull there. Or if we just, you know, but usually not. Usually it's all about my business or career or, you know, life in general. So, yeah. Anyways, so I make decks when I find a need. When I have a need for something, if it's lacking. And I decided, I was like, I'm not going to go paying some high price for some deck that was only like worth like $11 on sale on HayHouse.com. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying $100 for the Past Life Oracle. I'm just not going to do it. So I didn't. I end up making my own Oracle deck. Here's the backs. You guys, again, stock images. I strongly encourage you to explore making your own tarot, making your own Oracle deck, because it's something about connecting with the keywords that you came up with or the images that you found that you were inspired by. Now, not everyone's into photography. So anyways, Spirit worked like kind of inside of me and was like, you need to consider doing some ancestral type, not necessarily past life, like, oh, that, you know, you were Joan of Arc. And I love this perspective of Forrest, looking up, you know, the perspective of looking up versus looking through the thick forest ahead, but looking up for your guidance. And, you know, I just love that. So I was like, okay. All right, Spirit, but what am I going to work with? I have other Oracle and Tarot decks that I will be working with. You can barely see it. I like, okay. They Make Playing Cards is who printed this. They can actually make it a lot bolder. I could have used a different text. I could have done a little designer. I could have did a lot of different things. I didn't want to, because when I'm doing readings with these cards, I want it to look like pictures, like photographs. And I almost want the keywords to kind of just blend in as they do. Teacher, teacher of one, teacher of many. So I wanted more of a modern deck if I was going to do that. And I think the Past Life Oracle is photography, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Anyways, so this baby is like, I did an unboxing. I'm not going to go through all of them. I love this one. And so you'll see that when I post that up, the trees, not to be confused with the forest. What was I going to say about the unboxing? So I unboxed all 80 cards. It's 80 cards. And then I realized, oh, there's more things I need to say. So why did I go on makeplayingcards.com and was like, I end up making an 84 Ancestral 2 Oracle. So this is Ancestral Healing 1. And then Ancestral Healing 2 will have the same backs. So I could interchangeably use them. So maybe it's going to be, so this is going to be like, what, 164 cards? But if I wanted to have certain, like here we have Australia. If I wanted to maybe just focus this ancestral healing reading on, you know, regions, or looking more into that, or getting more insight into someone's, you know, ancestral past, you know, I'm more interested in the bloodline kind of ancestral history, not so much like, oh, you know, I feel like you were, you know, I don't know, Thomas Jefferson's, you know, you were Thomas Jefferson in a past life. That's just not going to do it for me. That's not what I think, that's what I was called to do. So that's night, if you can't see it. So anyways, I'm excited. So the Ancestral Healing 2, I like this one, will be here probably in a couple of weeks. Make Playing Cards is hella fast. I love that about them. And they're amazing. They're just amazing. I'm like, so that inspired me to start taking photographs of my crystals. And I'm thinking about doing my own crystal oracle deck that I will make available for sale through Make Playing Cards. Because, and I'll do like a little guidebook. It won't be nothing crazy, but I was thinking about it because a lot of the crystal decks are either very like, they're not so much useful for divination, and then there's some that are strictly only for divination. I want kind of both. I want it to be kind of like a resource for crystal learning, if that's what I'm feeling in the mood for, or others are, and then also more accurately depicting for the divination, because some of the crystal oracles that are out, and I think I have enough varied crystals that I can do at least even just a smallish oracle deck. But that's what I'm wanting for that's what I feel is lacking in my collection. I'm not satisfied with I do have one crystal oracle deck, but it does so much to divination. And that's okay. It's just, I need something kind of for both purposes. All right. Talked about that. Talked about that. Oh, I think I talked about this in my other video. And so, yeah, I'm not going to go too much about that because I think these things were covered. I think the last update I think I was just mentioning is that I'm going to be renewing my focus and energy on my own Facebook page, my own Facebook group, especially Abundant Life Tarot group. So if you want to really work with me closely, like that's where I'm going to be hanging out. If you want to reach me, that's where you can reach me. Not necessarily messages, but leaving comments. Because the messages with Facebook is just like a mess. There's so many of them there. If you need to email me, you need to reach me on my email address, which is in the description. But as far as like just work, you know, that's where I play. So, and I'm going to also be more active on Instagram because now, thanks to beautiful Kelly Ann Maddox, blessing of the lady, just she did a shout out, and so now I have like these beautiful new beings who are my followers. So now I gotta like spruce up my Instagram and start hanging out there more. And I'm excited about that. I think I like Instagram. I just get a little intimidated because, you know, people got some bad ass Instagrams. They're beautiful. And so it's a little intimidating. But hey, you will get along just fine. So don't you worry. So that's it, guys. Yeah, this one's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I had a lot to discuss. I was super excited about all these different things that are coming down the pike, and I could not at all fit it into my favorites video like I normally do. I think from now on, I am going to just separate my updates because favorites needs their own little space, and my updates need its space, and then my personal updates on me and how I'm doing, which won't be often. You know, it'll be here and there. But I just felt like I needed to kind of touch base with you guys on a more deeper level. So you could check that out if you want. Thank you all so much for, you know, watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Oh my gosh, your comments are amazing. Thank you. Don't worry, I read them, and you'll know that because I'll put a heart. I used to put a heart right away when they would come through so you could know, oh, I got it. No. I want you to know that when I hit that heart, it might be a week or two. I mean, hopefully once I catch up this weekend, I'm moving my way through. It won't be that long. It'll be like better, but it could be a few days before you see any activity from me, but know that I will read it and you will get a heart, at least if I read it, but usually I'm going to put a little comment or something because I can't help myself. So I just have to also say that too. Please be patient with me. Everyone's been so amazing and sending comments, and then in between that, people have questions or they have suggestions on videos, and I have to get all that information and then make sure I tabulate it or answer questions. Or I've actually got to mention that I'm going to be doing a new inclusion and diversity 2020 edition of my collection. It's because a new subscriber mentioned, they were like, hey, do you think that maybe do you think you could do a new video? I'm sure you probably added some decks, and they're right. I do have some additional decks, and I don't have much from 2020 because of my death year, but there have certainly been more that have come through the doors since I've done that video. So I started making my list. I have my list ready for my 2020 edition of my inclusive decks. There's sadly, I realized I only have a few fully melanated, meaning fully, you know, black, you know, or brown skin decks. But I have a lot that have different body types and, you know, races and abilities. And so I'm excited to do that video. It's like, it's time for a revamp. So stay tuned for more. All right, guys, thank you all so much for sticking this out, watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.